Live. All right, you guys, we are live. I am super excited to be here today, jumping on kind of quickly to talk about ADHD meds and the side effects and getting rid of those side effects. So I have Gina with me. Gina, I'm super excited that you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
All right, let's just have a genuine conversation about focus and drive and ADHD meds and why be on them. If you guys are here live, drop a live in the comments below and make this an interactive conversation. Like the whole world is on some kind of pharmaceutical,
Yes.
some kind of medication, and you've been on Vyvanse for years. So
Yep.
Tell us your experience with what's it like to be on that pharmaceutical?
So Vyvanse, when I was diagnosed finally with ADHD, was a life changer for me. I could finally read a full page and comprehend it. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I could actually stick to one task and finish it instead of start one and start another, maybe go back to the first one and start the fifth one and circle back around and nothing would get done. I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
And so for me in life, it made sense of why so many career switches and getting bored. I could actually now follow through with things that I said personally, relationships, and then also in business. So it was a big changer once I was able to find the drug that worked for me and get on it. It was amazing to feel like you could complete things.
Yeah. So fast forward to now, you've taken yourself off of Vyvanse and you're on the holistic solution that I love. We're addressing your gut health, right? Hello, we're addressing your gut health, and walk us through what that feels like now, because you're not on Vyvanse anymore.
Right. So I was nervous at first. I'm not going to lie. I was really scared every time I had tried to get off Vyvanse, because any of the ADHD meds, Adderall, Ritalin, really have bad long-term effects. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get off of it. It's been on my mind. And so this super powder, when it was introduced, I was like, now is the time. I'm in between insurances and it's super expensive over the counter, more motivating. But previously I would get depressed when I went off of it. It would just be an up and down. I would be anxious. I would be worried about gaining weight. It just was a horrible feeling. And day 1, 2, I think I was over anxious because I was waiting for that change and it didn't happen. And I was feeling great. And I was noticing that, oh my goodness, I'm sleeping. Same energy level, same focus, happy. I mean, just loving life. Like, oh, that went wrong. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Stress resilient
and finish things. Like, oh my goodness, what's going on?
Yeah. So when we talk about being on ADHD meds, and especially us women, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to gain weight. If I go off of this, I'm worried that I'm going to gain weight. And now you're off of it and you're using these holistic solutions that are, for your gut, for your brain, and you're not gaining weight. You feel amazing.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I am losing weight because I'm not as bloated. And the reason, I wanted to learn more about this originally was I've always been a huge believer in gut health and the gut brain connection. That's something that I studied, looked at. And so when I saw that there's something that addresses this and, obviously with mood, I was like, tell me more. And it's just every day is better and better.
Yeah.
I mean, life happens. It's not saying that, it cures life parts, but I can deal with them and keep going.
Yeah. Being less bloated, sleeping better, having more focus allows you to feel better just in general. I mean, I love your ADHD pharmaceutical reference, because you knew how you felt that way. And at one point you told me that it felt like a roller coaster. You would be jittery at some point. You would be can you share what that felt like?
Yeah. So you could, when taking it, I could feel any of them. But you'd feel when it was kind of hitting you during the day, kind of like a jolt. And when I didn't have it, for a day or two and then had it, I would be almost, I guess, never have, but probably having withdrawals from drugs, that type of I was like, I need it. And then it would kick in and I'd be like, okay, I can do this, and you really become reliant on it. Your brain it obviously alters your brain chemistry because, you know, it's fulfilling something. So I would be sometimes extra punchy because, you know, I just was so revved up on it. So it definitely was things that reasons I wanted to get off of it.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I feel like when we talk about ADHD meds, you talk about them for children. Like that most of the experience and most of the conversations that I have been around giving your children that. I know that I have a son that is diagnosed with ADHD, and he tried Vyvanse for like a hot minute. He tried a couple other things for a hot minute. I didn't like the way that he behaved, and he didn't like the way that he felt. So he's on these holistic solutions and thriving. But like for a grown woman, like with your career, I like how you shared your career changes, that you were able now to stick with one thing and move forward doing that, because it is the focus, right?
It's the focus and keeping your attention and finishing. So, you know, that's why my resume has so many different jobs and pieces of education, or, you know, I mean, I finished a bunch, but it's because, it's keeping your attention. I get bored.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's next? You know, shiny.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Yeah. Attention deficit disorder, right? Yeah. It's attention deficit. You're like, give me something else. And so what we're talking about is literally this drink that we both absolutely love. I do not have ADHD, but I can't imagine life without this. I don't know how I lived before, because it's stress resilience, which is being able to show up in the face of stress and have that attention, the drive, and the focus, the focus to finish, right? And you're very new on this journey. So I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I'm like sold. I'm all in, because I'm like, I don't know how I lived before this. But share with us like your experience. It's only been a couple of weeks that you've been using these solutions.
Yeah, it's and I'm excited to try more. It's you know, you're always, when you're trying something new, like I said originally, like you're hesitant, like, is this really going to work? But seeing it, feeling it, and even having now my friends and family seeing like what's different, like what's going on, is pretty cool. And them being like, you know, them very much into holistic health and natural remedies, interested as well. So it's not just me seeing it, it's the people around me, which is fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like it, you know, it's good to be, as you mentioned, you know, that children, we hear a lot of ADHD and ADD with children, and that's my fear of having my daughter on the meds, because of long-term effects. So if I don't want her on the meds, then why would I be on it? And let's try to find something else. And I mean, I'm excited, you know, I think the product's great. They taste good. And I mean, I'm, you know, and it's just a wonderful feeling.
Yeah. And let's talk about the metabolism component of it. I know that you've mentioned before, like one of the reasons that you like the pharmaceutical route was that it suppresses your appetite, right? So then you're eating less. And, you know, as women, we want to like look our best and feel our best. And when your jeans are tight, I don't care what anyone says, when your jeans are tight, you're in a bad mood. You're in a bad mood. So like you have coupled this amazing holistic drink, here it is, with the probiotics and prebiotics and phytonutrients that your gut needs to support your metabolism. So let's talk about your bloat and the fact that you're not scared now of gaining weight, because you're actually losing weight.
Like losing all the water weight. It's fantastic. And not, when I would go off the Vyvanse before, I would actually be almost extra hungry, because I think because it's appetite suppressant. But this time there was none of that. Like I still have the same, like myself, everyone is personal when it comes to their appetite. Mostly in the summer for me, you know, I kind of naturally intermittent fast. That's just who I am. And I'm the same, like there's no change. Like 2-3 o'clock, I will eat something and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's amazing. And it's all you guys, it's all based on the science of your microbiome, your gut health, and giving your microbiome the probiotics, prebiotics, and phytonutrients that you need. They support your hormones to support your metabolism. So then you're not starving. I love that you came off of Vyvanse and you don't have different cravings. Yeah. Because your cravings also come from your gut, and it's not about necessarily suppressing your appetite. It's about getting your body to work for you so that you eat when you're hungry and you have those signals, and the signals are totally working. I love talking about this. Thank you for sharing your journey and your story. You guys, if any of this resonates with you, if you want to talk about a holistic solution for ADHD, or we can talk about just getting your metabolism working for you, because I'm on our little purple pill, which is what you're talking about, the little purple pill, and it's phenomenal. I've been on it now for, I think I'm on the 5th month, and I'm down like, I think 8 pounds. I don't really weigh myself, but it's more inches. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I bought new jeans because I'm smaller all the way around. And I am ecstatic because when you're bloated, you just are crabby. Like,
I get so cranky. Like if those jeans are starting to get tight, like me pulling them up, I'm done. Like just done. Throwing in the towel. I'm mad.
I'm done. And for most women, well, for most people, like there's some psychology that goes on that. Like when your jeans are too tight and you're crabby, you just throw in the towel and you're like, well, I might as well have a bottle of wine and pizza because like I already, whatever. Like I like to say, if you feel better, you'll do better. And we want to be on that trajectory. And that's what this purple pill is doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you chatting. You guys, if you want to know anything more about this stuff, drop, a metabolism in the comments below. Just open the conversation because it starts with you and nothing's going to change if nothing changes. So, right?
That is so true.
Oh, have a great day, you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.